So this is the second part of our video on multiplying and dividing with integers. This time I'm going to look at dividing with integers. Basically we use the same rules. When we have two same signs, it's going to be positive. When we have two negative signs, it's going to be, two different signs, it's going to be negative. Let's take these sums that we did for multiplying and then turn them around. So our answer was minus 6. If I take minus 6 and I divide it by minus 2, it's going to be positive 3. Okay, because the minus divided by this minus has to equal this plus. Because when I had this plus and I multiplied it by this negative, it gave us a negative answer. So if I did the same sum, or started with the same answer, minus 6, and I divided that by the positive 3, I'm going to get an answer which is going to be the negative 2. So again, I have different signs, I get a negative answer. If I take this sum, and I take my 24, and I divide that by 6, obviously my answer is going to be a positive answer. A positive divided by a positive is a positive. But what if I take this sum and I take the 15 and I divide that by minus 3? Now in this case I have a positive divided by a negative. So we know that if I have different signs here, I'm going to have a negative here. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So if I did it the other way around, 15 divided by minus 5, a positive and a negative will give me a negative answer. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So I'll just write those rules down, and it doesn't matter if it's multiplication or division, the rules are going to be the same. If I have a plus times a plus, it gives me a plus. If I have a plus divided by a plus, it gives me a plus. If I have a minus times a minus, that also gives me a plus. That's this one here. If I have a minus divided by a minus, I get a plus. That's this sum here, the first one we did. If I have a plus times a minus, I will get a minus answer. And that doesn't matter if it's that way or it's turned around the other way. My answer is going to be a negative. The same goes for division. If I have a positive number and I divide it by a negative number, I'll get a negative answer. If I have a negative number and I divide it by a positive number, I'll get a negative answer. So these are our rules for for multiplication, and division. Okay, it's important that we remember these rules because we will need these all the way through in our math.